Honestly, I don't think these are that cut.
They look pretty bad. I'm sorry. They look pretty bad.
Well, I have no choice but to clean them. They're my only running shoes. This thing is weird, bro. Like, this thing needs to lock in. So I have an Osmo Mobile 7, and it's like the weirdest thing ever. It's like a robot, bro. Hold on, is it gonna lock on my face? I'm gonna lock in, bro. There we go, there we go. Okay, so as you can see at the beginning of the video, there are some dirty shoes that I need to clean. And the reason why I need to clean those dirty shoes is because I'm about to do the Savage Race in a couple weeks. Basically, this series is gonna be about my preparation for it. I just went on a run on Saturday. It was like a 2-mile run, nothing, crazy. It should have been 4 miles, but it was more like 2.5, So what I'm gonna do is we are going to put together a concoction in this bucket that my mom uses to mop the floor. We're gonna clean the shoes, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go for a run. I guess this is gonna be kind of like a vlog or whatever. So we got the dish soap. I looked this up on ChatGPT, right? So the first thing I need to do, obviously, I need to make a concoction. It has to be warm water though, so. And a lot of dish soap. No, that's kind of burnt. That would have been very, very bad if that had fell over. Actually surprised that I could do that, bro. Wow. Anyways, I cleaned one of the shoes, obviously. It's actually not looking too bad. It might not be too cooked, guys. Might not be too cooked. I'm gonna be honest, man. I was supposed to make, or at least start making this video a couple of days ago. I think it was Friday I was supposed to start cleaning these shoes. I mean, dude, honestly, I could take you back. I was supposed to clean these shoes after the Tough Mudder that I ran last year. So, and I've been procrastinating on cleaning these shoes in specific, but obviously this was a long time ago. These are shoes. They're not that important, but obviously they're good running shoes. They're Hoka's. My sister bought them for me, and I need shoes to run in for the race, the Savage Race, in a couple weeks, so I have to clean them. But I've been kind of struggling with consistency, not necessarily like with the gym or anything like that, but with my routine, like meditation and recording videos, obviously, since I was supposed to record this a couple days ago. And one thing that I like to tell myself is that I need to start by taking things slow and not trying to become the most perfect human being in the world in the beginning. Because I had my friend a couple days ago, me and him were talking. He's like, Jaden, how do you stay consistent in the gym? I was just telling him, man, I was like, dude, honestly, just start with going 2 to 3 days a week. And then if you want to go more, then start going more. If not, then just keep it at 2 to 3 days a week. But if you could just make it to the gym 2 to 3 days a week, even if it's only for 30 minutes, man, that's still better than nothing, right? And I have to apply that same mindset. It's funny because it's like we give advice, but we never take our own advice. But I need to apply that same mindset to doing YouTube and my routine and just getting things back on track as far as being more productive and things like that. Because consistency is a funny thing, bro. It's like everybody always wonders, they're like, oh my gosh, David Goggins, like, how do you do what you're doing? Like, what's the secret formula? What's the secret routine? But honestly, there is no secret formula. There is no secret routine. Everything lies within consistency and discipline. Everything. And it's like there is no magic wand that can poof you into some magical hard worker. I mean, it's literally impossible to do that. In the Bible, it says that the diligent worker will always be fruitful. Actually, I think I got that verse. I did get the verse wrong. It says that the diligent will always rule, and the sluggard will always basically struggle with money. It says something a little bit different, but that's what the verse means, essentially, is that the diligent will always rule. I'll pull up the verse and put it on the screen, but I have to be diligent, you know? You watching this, you have to be diligent as well with the things that are going on in your life, man. And not just with the gym, right? Because there's plenty of us gym bros that go to the gym and we think we're awesome just because we can go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. But it's like, bro, what about outside of that? What about outside of the gym? Like, what are you doing outside of the gym? You know, and I don't want to make it all about if you don't want to do anything outside of going to the gym and having a job, then that's fine. But if you do have those ambitions, that's a different story. It's like, you should definitely be doing something about those ambitions instead of letting them die, which is, you know, obviously, this advice is not only for you, but it's for me as well, because, wow, that one really hit home. This is how I know that God is currently speaking through me, but, like, you can't just let your ambitions die, all because you can't stick to a routine for a couple days, right? You can't allow that to happen. That's just not, it's not an option. And the thing is, it's like, I've done this before, right? You're probably saying, oh, well, bro, it's not that simple. Well, yeah, you know, I know that. And I've said that to myself a million times. Like, yeah, it's not that simple. Staying consistent and doing something every single day is very, very difficult. And you're not going to be good at it first. Obviously, you're not going to be perfect. And even when you get to the point where you're extremely consistent, you're still not going to be perfect. Because there are going to be days where you don't do the thing that you need to do, maybe because, you know, family issues happen or, you know, whatever the case may be. Still, man, it's like, do your best, right? Effort, man, effort. Things take effort. Life takes effort. And if you put the amount of effort that you need to into the things that you need to do, then at least you try, right? Because, like, effort at the end of the day, in my opinion, is one of the most important things. Effort and consistency. The effort that you put into things it shows a lot about your character and your integrity. That's one thing that I was thinking about. How much effort am I putting into these videos that I'm going to be posting? You know, that's why I recorded a video last week talking about gratitude, and it was just me sitting in front of the camera, and I was like, dude, it doesn't even look like I put effort into this video. I deleted it, and I was like, you know what? I know I need to post a video once a week, but bro, I'm not going to post this. Like, there's not enough effort in the video. Like, yeah, it's good to be consistent, but once you reach a point in your consistency where it's started to become normal, you also have to make sure that the quality of your consistency, the quality of your work is still good. It's like that one guy that goes to the gym every day. He has really, really good genetics. He's super jacked, but he doesn't really try when he works out, you know? You have to put effort into the things that you're doing. You have to put effort into the gym, even if you've been going to the gym for 5 years. You still have to put effort into it, because the consistency won't matter if you're not putting effort into it. I don't know how I'm going to get all this gunk out here. I think I'm going to soak them for about 30 minutes, come back. But the point is, you need to put effort into the things, into consistency, right? Into everything. I know I started talking about consistency and now I'm talking about effort, but consistency takes effort, and effort takes consistency. Is there a way that I could take this out? Oh, come on, dude. There's no way. There's no way. I might be cooked. Oh, yeah, there is a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Actually, no, there's not a way. Okay. Well, I'm just going to shove these in here and just soak them. Just basically, and then I'm going to pull them out in about 30 minutes. And then scrub them off a little bit more with a light cloth. And then really just go from there. Tomorrow I'm going for another run. It'll probably be 2.5 miles, maybe 3, 4. Not sure. Depends on how I'm feeling tomorrow. I'm feeling pretty good today. Had a good chest workout. It looks like these bad boys are getting clean, so my sister is wrong. She's gonna owe me $10. All right. we're out here running. And the first thing that really got to me was the anticipation. The anticipation of, I gotta go on a run today. And to be honest, didn't want to. Because I had back day, finished my workout. I was like, I don't really have to go on a run. I don't have to prepare for the Savage Race. But then I started stretching. My legs started getting loose. And I was like, yeah, I do have to go. Because I said I would. So here I am. I think we're about half a mile in. Pretty light start today. I know the camera angle's whack, but I tried to get my GoPro, but for some reason it wasn't charging, so we're using my phone. This is so good. Anyways, back to running. We made it. Oh gosh, I'm tired. How do I flip my camera? Oh no. Is it this button? Curse iPhone. I didn't want to run that 2 miles at all. I almost coped my way out of it. But at the end of the gym, I was like, you know what, I'm feeling pretty good today. And Lord and behold, I did the 2 mile run. I think I did it in 25 minutes. I stopped 3 times, in full transparency, because dude, I don't know, something about today has just been absolutely kicking my butt. I don't know if I'm like, maybe I'm a little dehydrated, or maybe I didn't get enough food today or something, but well, my workout was good. It's just I'm not used to going to the gym and then going on a run. Like, I've never went to the gym and then ran right afterwards. I've never done that before. And that's how you're supposed to do it, because on Saturday it was my leg day, and then I went on a run before the leg day, and I was like, my legs are kind of shot. I'm not gonna do legs because I probably would have injured them because my legs were literally spazzing out on Saturday. Like, people who do this it's crazy. It's crazy to me. That's a different type of discipline for sure, because I've never been the running type, but I do enjoy running. I ran track and field, but I did mostly short distance. I was never really a long distance runner, so it's always been my weakness because my stamina isn't that high, but I'm super quick. It's tough, you know? It's almost like it's the anticipation of doing things that really kind of makes you get in your head, and you're like, I don't think I want to do that, you know, because you're thinking about it and you're overthinking. You're like, oh bro, this is going to be so hard. But then when you do it, it's not really that bad. You know, I ran 2 miles, and while I was doing it, it was like, yeah, you know, I'm really doing this. Honestly, it wasn't that difficult. Now, there were some points that it did feel like my lungs were literally on fire, but that's just natural because my heart rate, it was already accelerated post-workout. So I'm just going to be experiencing a run times 2, basically. You just have to get out of that anticipation, like that feeling of, oh man, I got to do this thing. Like, oh, you know, I'm dreading that I have to do this thing. You just have to think about it for a moment, acknowledge it, and then just go. Like, the quicker you take the action, the quicker you're going to start doing that thing that you want to do. Like, you know, being consistent or whatever it is that you really want to do. Because the more time you take to think about it, like, bro, imagine if I just went in my car and I started thinking about going on this run. I wouldn't have done it. Like, literally, I would not have done it at all. Because I would have been overthinking, oh, you know, this is going to be hard. I'm going to be sweating. My lungs are going to burn. I'm not going to want to do this. But the reality is, it's like, if you just take the action rather than sitting there and thinking about it, then it'll be over quicker than you think. Because a lot of us do that. You know, we sit there and think about something before we do it. Like, let's say you have to do something, or you've been meaning to do something and you haven't done it simply because you've just been overthinking it. Just take the action, bro. Like, there's literally no better time than right now. You delaying the activity is just going to make it worse for you. So I'm going to walk back. Yes, I'm going to walk, not run. I ran 2 miles. I ran from the gym, One Life Fitness, to the skate park, which is where I'm at right now. This is where I go skate at when I do skate. I haven't skated in like over a month though. But I'm gonna go ahead, walk back, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna cut up some pineapple. That is going to hydrate me very much, and I'm very excited for it. Hopefully it's not bad because it's been sitting there for like 2 days, but I guess we'll see. Alright, so let's see if this pineapple is still good. We got it like 2 or 3 days ago, so I highly doubt that it is, but honestly, I'm probably just gonna eat it anyway. I need a bowl. I need a bowl. It looks good. It looks really good. Some parts of it look a little questionable, but it's definitely still edible. And I think when my sister cuts it, she uses this thing. Yeah, she does use this thing. I enjoy the ambience of nature more than anything when I'm running through, or really just walking that trail. I walk that trail a lot, very often. I don't only, run it. I walk it a lot too, especially with my family. And I just love the nature. I love nature in general, especially the nature around Newnan. There's nothing like Georgia nature, you know? It's really nice. I don't know if any of you watching live in Georgia, but it's a very beautiful place. I feel like sometimes I take it for granted. Everyone that lives in America likes to crap on America, you know? I'm definitely one of those people. I shouldn't be, though, because I'm very fortunate to be here. As we cut this pineapple. Wow, that's amazing. 17 days from now, I'm going to be doing this average race. Apparently, it's actually really hard. It's not much running, but it's more or less obstacles, which are probably going to be the easy part for me. What always gets me is the running. Like when I ran the Tough Mudder, what always got me was the running and not the actual obstacles themselves. At this race in particular, there's going to be more obstacles than there is actual running. So there's like 20 obstacles or something like that. And it's 3.5 miles, 4 miles. It's going to be fun. I'm really, really excited for it. I love doing stuff like this. I love running marathons and challenging myself physically because it just makes my brain feel real good. Plus, it makes me feel amazing. Nothing is better than doing something extremely challenging that you didn't think that you could do. Dude, pineapple, one of my favorite fruits, hands down. It's amazing. And overall, fruit is just a really good carb in general. Very good for your body and very good for recovery as well. There's a lot of properties within fruit that are meant to help you recover, which is why a lot of fruit is used in various energy drinks, because they're meant to help you recover energy. Obviously, I don't have to go all scientific with this, but you get the picture. You eat fruit, it gives energy. That's basically the sum of it. But I really enjoy vlogging. It's actually been really, really cool. Starting to really learn not to really care when people see you recording in public, because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Even though it's kind of hard, because you have the camera in front of you. You're recording a video and you're like speaking to the camera, and then the person's walking by and they're probably like, what's this guy doing? Like why is he recording himself? But then it's like, in my mind, I'm just like, dude, it literally doesn't matter. I shouldn't care what people think. You know? And normally, ooh, this is a tough one. But normally I'm the type that doesn't really care about what people think. I realize, like, when it comes to recording yourself in public or just like having a camera in general, I don't know, man. It just seems so narcissistic to do it. And that's why it's been so hard for me to actually stay consistent with recording videos, uploading them, things like that. But really, I've come to the realization that I'm not recording the videos for me just so that I can be seen and people can see that I'm great. I'm recording them so that I can show other people and impact other people in some way, shape, or form. And not only that, but for my future self, you know? Obviously, I benefit from uploading the videos. I could show my kids these videos. Those videos are archived, but the vlogs that I made when I was in Argentina, I could show those to my kids. Like, that would actually be really cool. Me being able to show my kids, like, hey, you know, I went to Argentina. Here's what it looked like. That's pretty cool. So, wow. Next time you go to the store, get you a pineapple. One of my favorite fruits, hands down. Next to watermelon. I know, very stereotypical, but hey, can you really blame me? Plus, it's literally cracked if you want a good pump because of all the citrulline that's inside of it. As I was saying previously, I'm not only recording this for my future self, but I'm also recording this for other people. I don't want to be narcissistic. I'm a man of faith. You know, I don't want to have too much pride going into this, and you know, I don't want to show you guys like, oh yeah, I'm great. You know, I'm perfect. You know, I get up at 5 a.m. I do this, that, and the third. Like, no, I'm very human. I go through problems just like everybody else, and I definitely don't want to portray anything different other than that. But I want to do this for other people, genuinely. And I've always wanted to do YouTube. Ever since I was like 14 years old. You know, I used to watch this guy named Your Rage. He was a streamer, and I really liked his content because, I don't know, he was just funny, and you know, I watched him during like a rough time of my life. He was more so entertainment, not really like, you know, in self-improvement and things like that. He would always have people be like, hey, Your Rage, thank you, you've changed my life. If I could impact somebody just by showing them my life, that would be good. You know, that would be something that I would want to do. My dad always told me, he had this like funny joke. He always told me, he's like, Jaden, you can put anything that you put your mind to. All you have to do is just go Super Saiyan. Me and him, we like watch Dragon Ball and stuff. And I want to be able to show people that by showing them my life. If you made it this far into the vlog, thank you for watching.